Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is talkincrazy88 back again for another Balcony Chronicles. Just on my balcony enjoying this Saturday evening with a cigar. Don't usually smoke him every day, but usually on a Saturday when the weather is good, I go out on my balcony and smoke some cigars. And I enjoy it. Well, I'm not going to keep y'all too long. Just wanted to check in, see what's up. Say hello to everybody. Say hello to my people. Don't think that I don't appreciate the loyal listeners for all these years. The 11, maybe even 12 years I've been on YouTube. As started off as Talking Crazy 83. If you remember my videos back then you really are old school. But you know, my time on YouTube has evolved. It has evolved, and hold on, let me just find a place to put my phone there. Hold on for a second. There we go. That's much better. So now I can actually talk to you fellas. You know, I had an index card, what I would want to talk, put some notes on the index card of what I wanted to talk to you about, but that's just not how I roll, especially with a live. I usually just talk off the top of my head, but what really was bothering me, well, not really bothering me, but I just wanted to talk to you fellas about. And I was mulling it over all week, and I just it would have been better for me to just do a live video or tape video, telling brothers that, especially the well-to-do brothers, the 9-to-5 brothers, the brothers that are earning between $40,000 to $70,000 a year. I just wanted to let y'all know, fuck all them hoes. Fuck American women. And I know I've said it before, but fuck them. You just got to put them on the friend zone, because what's more important in your lives right now, especially in my life, is your reputation. That's much more valuable than making $40,000, $50,000 a year. That's more important than anything, because your reputation is who you are. All right? You understand what I'm saying? And I've seen so many brothers lose their reputation over a bitch, whether it was true or not true. It's usually a bitch that's usually behind ruining a black man's reputation. All right? Yeah, the Pookies and the Ray Rays, they got their reputation. They have a reputation. The so-called athletes and entertainers, they have a reputation. What is our reputation? Just a regular guy. I'm just a regular guy too. I'm not a high value guy. I'm just a regular guy. I'm just like everybody else, except that I'm making a little bit more money than the average person. But I'm just a regular guy. I am 6 feet. I don't have a six-pack. I got a keg. But I'm working on slimming down. I'm in the gym every day slimming down. And I do have a reputation of not just chasing women. See, if you go ahead and listen to those idiots like Mr. Locario and his Mary Ben and idiots who tell you to just go, approach women, approach every other women that you see that you're interested in. That may be true. I implore you, but I'm a guy that don't have time to be chasing after women, especially as a man of a certain age. Yeah, I don't have time for it. I have a reputation to maintain. And that reputation is not, I don't want people to know that talkincrazy88, he's up there running, you can't trust him. He's always chasing after women on the job, at the gym, in the supermarket. I just want to go on about my business, make my money, and go home. That's all I care about. Your reputation is who you are. You can have a good reputation where people don't know you as, you can have a good reputation, or you can just have a bad reputation. So I don't want you to worry about the Pookies, the Ray Rays, the Tom Toms. Yeah, they get all the chicks, but what kind of reputation do they have? Do they have a criminal record? Are they known for scamming? Are they known for are they known for having juggling women all the time? Are they known for scamming women out of their money? Let me just tell you something. I was on a date recently, and I'm going to get to that. Now I'm going to get to dating at my age, at 50, since I'm a man of a certain age. I went out with this old woman who's also in her 50s, an old Caucasian woman. Now she has money, but the way she got her money is because she was a banker at one time. Her ex-husband, who happened to be Caucasian, was a banker. So they made a lot of money together. So she became a stay-at-home mom and decided to be a personal trainer. So guess what she did? 14 years into the marriage. She divorced this guy because she was married until she got married at 20, because for whatever reason, because of religious issues. So, got married, had 4 babies, became a grandmama, and now is a 55-year-old grandmama. So I'm out on this date, and she pretended, and the one thing that, and I'll get to that in the second half of this video. We'll talk about dating. But the one thing that stood out is that she dated this Pookie who was in her house, driving her vehicles, and they were together for 2 years. I don't know if he had money or not, but apparently he didn't have any money. And there was a snow bunny too. Yeah, I know. I talked about interracial dating. I meant it's okay to date interracially. I just have a problem with it I have a problem with interracial marriage. Okay? That's a big difference. Like I said, I don't care who you date, because I'll date whoever likes me, whoever hollers. All right? Snow bunnies, mailing, whatever. But there was a chance that I wasn't going to marry this bitch anyway, so fuck it. So I just said fuck it. But she married him. She didn't marry this guy. She went out, she dated this man for 2 years, drove her car, lived in her house, and they developed a reputation together that they were a couple. proceeded to tell me that she broke up with him because she found out that he was dating another woman in the same area. And he borrowed about $1,700 from her. Never paid her back. That's another rule. Fellas, never borrow, never take money from a woman. Don't ask for money from a woman, because it always become a loan. What you give her is a gift. What she gives you is a loan. Always have your own shit. You're a man. You're supposed to have your own shit. But that's the reputation of guys that she's dated. Until she ran into me. And now, all of a sudden, she's not interested in dating it. I wasn't interested in her. She wasn't interested in me. So it's kind of like a wash. My point is that this brother's reputation, this black man's reputation is gambling. She likes pookies. And that's his reputation, is being broke and living off of women. And apparently impregnating other women while you're dating for 2 years. Your reputation is who you are, brothers. You have a good reputation. Like I said before, I'm going to repeat myself. You have a good reputation, bad reputation. You have to have a good, and our reputation for regular guys like ourselves is being lames. And we're not. We're responsible. We're stacking our money. You know, we're making $40,000 a year, $50,000 a year, $60,000 a year. You're stacking your money. You're stacking your bread. You're buying assets with your bread. All right? And not for nothing, these punk ass bitches. Let me just say this about these punk ass bitches. We as men, we gotta ignore them. All right? Now the passport bro movement, they have a reputation of mongering. All right? That's why I didn't really talk too much about it, because they seem to go to one country, one or two countries, and they're selling a dream to these brothers. See, I'm trying to be a traveler. Like I said, later this year I'm going to go down to Cartagena, spend a few days in Cartagena, just sit on the beach and just chill for a minute, just get out of the country, see what it's like, see what everybody's talking about. Then hopefully next summer I'm going to do a trip in Europe, and then hopefully later on that year go to Africa. See how I like it, man. See, you shouldn't be traveling for no goddamn pussy, because let me tell you something, these bitches they're all the same all over the world when you really get down to it. Yeah, they're different from American women. I wouldn't touch American women with a pole. I just entertain the crazy. I'm just the type that will just entertain craziness. That's why I'm done with dating, because I don't want to have a reputation of, you know, I just don't want to have a bad reputation, and I don't want to be embittered. I don't want to be like that guy last year that was on a live complaining about some bitch. I don't complain about bitches anymore. You know what I'm complaining about? I'm complaining about not making enough money. I'm making money, but I need to make more money. So I need to hustle. I need to get out there and hustle, make my money, stay off these lives. You know, that's why I'm not on these lives as much. Brother, black men, you gotta have a reputation. Know what your reputation is and protect it. And that's another thing. You have to protect your reputation. If somebody slanders your name, lies on you, you sue them. You defend yourself. You don't let that shit go. Change your circle of friends. If your circle of friends is a bunch of pookies and ray-rays, get rid of them. They bring in no value to you. See, I only hang out and be friends with people that bring value to my life. All right? That have some sort of value to me. That, yeah, we'll go out to dinner. I get the dinner this time. I pay for the dinner this time. Next time you'll pay for it. That's how I roll. If you're always pulling out your money, if you're always pulling out your wallet to pay, get rid of it. He's a loser. You gotta have a winning mindset. And when you have that winning mindset, you'll value your reputation. That's the second part of having a winning mindset, is protecting your reputation. If you have a good reputation, protect it, because it's so easy to lose. So that's all I want to say about that. But let me go on and transition to dating. Some of y'all are young, some of your fellas are in your 20s, maybe in your 30s, approaching 40s. So you're gonna be men of a certain age. So you just can't be running around acting like a goddamn kid anymore. I can't act like a kid anymore. I'm 50 years old. Well, what do I look like? If I was younger, I wouldn't be sitting on my balcony smoking a cigar. Now that I'm older and wiser, I can do that. And when you have money, you can do. And when you're older and you're coasting, and you mastered your craft and you're coasting, you can relax a little bit. Me, I'm always driven to do more. I'm always driven to work. So now dating is not even a priority in my life anymore. Because let's see who's out there. As a 50-year-old man, and I'm dating somebody that's over 35, divorcee, and has 3 kids. You think I'm going to take that woman seriously? You think that bitch is going to be the love of my life? Hell fucking no. Let me just explain the categories of women out there that are my age or a little bit younger that you're going to run into when you're my age. If you're dating age appropriately, let's say if I'm dating a 50-year-old woman, right? Who happens to be a baby mama. That's a baby who has children. That's a baby mama. She's damaged goods. She's damaged goods. All right? All single mothers who's never been married, whether they're younger or older, they're damaged goods. Don't even touch them with a 10-foot pole, unless you want to use up a whole, or if you do, use up a whole box of condoms on those bitches. All right? They have no value to you. What it will look like, you're a single man that has no children raising somebody else's children, who is irresponsible, who both parties are too irresponsible to get married and have and stick it out, raise the children that they created. All right, think about it. Her reputation, she has a bad reputation on rip because she allowed somebody to get her pregnant. And it's not like the man abandoned her. They probably wanted to take care of the child. I don't know what the fuck happened. But it's always some bullshit story that she's going to tell. And it's always going to be bullshit. So that category of women are damaged goods. Stay far away from them. Stay far away from bitches that are single mothers. Now here's the second category. Divorcees. Divorcees, for whatever reason, they divorce their husband for no reason at all. Because marriage is supposed to be forever. When you take those vows, for richer or poorer, for better or for worse, till sickness and health, till death do you apart. Right? Remember those vows, right? I want you to pay attention to those vows. I paid attention to it when I was a kid. as a young teenager. Then, as I'm growing up, I see a whole lot of my friends and colleagues who are divorced, in the process of getting divorced, or in the process of getting divorced. Okay? It didn't say when your man goes upside your head, you should leave him. That's not the marriage vows. That's not part of the marriage vows. So ladies, that's your fault for marrying a man that has a reputation of going upside your head. Okay? It goes back to reputation. Reputation. You got to examine the reputation when you're dating. You got to represent you and what she's telling you about the man. All right? If it was a good man, he would be y'all. Both of them would be together, right? So these are usually women that were married at one time, divorced their their husband for no reason at all, and then going back in the market, in the dating market, polluting the dating market with, by dating people who actually or trying to date men who've never been married. Who've never been married at all, polluting the dating market. All right? I call these women sloppy seconds. Now you can also call, they also encompass the baby mama as well. They're all sloppy seconds. But this is different. You're getting used up goods. You're paying premium for used up goods. All right? So when you go on that expensive date, go to dinner dates, paying $200 on a date, this is what you're getting. You're getting sloppy seconds. I never take those bitches seriously. Now, before Kevin Samuels died, there's another category of women who is over 35 years old, right? 35 and up. Never had children, never been married. And this is what Kevin Samuels was trying to talking about, this category of women before his untimely death. These are the leftover women. All right? For some strange reason, they never got married, they never got chosen, or if they did get chosen, for some strange reason, they didn't want the guy. I dated a woman, Jewish woman, Jewish snow bunny, who was a leftover woman. She was also in her 50s. And the craziest thing she was telling me is that she was trying to have children. She saved 2 of her eggs and was looking for a donor, a sperm donor, or looking for a man to have children with. She was looking at me crazy. I'm like, I don't know. So I had to leave her alone. But she's a leftover woman. Never been married, had the opportunity to get married and have children, but declined for some reason. She chose her career over marriage. And the reason why I left her alone, because she was down bad. All right? Living in an apartment by herself. No family. No family at all. Leftover women. This is what's out there. This is why 40 years ago, I always looked at men my age or older, and I always wondered, why are they dating younger women? If they already divorced their women, they divorced the women in their lives, they recovered, and they want to start another family. So why not? They date somebody younger. I never thought I was going to do that, but that's going to be interesting to me. I have to date younger women, but not in the United States. I have my passport, so I'm going overseas and see what's going on, see what's going to happen. I no longer date in the United States anymore because there's nothing here. There's nothing really here from. There's no women. There's no women of value here. You go on social media, these women are talking hella crazy. They're talking crazy about, especially on the Kendra G show. Now there was a show called Single by Choices. I told you guys about those brothers, Gavin X and Mr. Walker. Those are two. Those they break it down. They break these bum creatures down to a science, and they are bum creatures. They show up on the live with a bonnet, looking toe up from the floor up, overweight, blowed out, overweight. Talking about high value, wanting a high value man making 6 figures. Let me tell you something. I was on the coach. I was a subscriber to the Coach Greg Adams Locals channel. Right? He's putting out information out there. You don't really know what a high value man is or what it entails. They don't date like regular guys like myself. Right? They're not going to be they're not watching a Kendra G live looking for the love of their life. Okay? They understand that there is a market out there. And even in dating, there is a market. I appeal to a certain market of women that I may not like, that may not be attractive to me. Okay? They're not on a dating site such as Bumble. They're not on a dating site like Bumble or Coffee Meets Bagel or hell, even Tinder. They're not on Tinder. Those guys are not on Tinder. They have a specific dating site where you have to be invited to be in. And when you even before you even get the application, all right, even before you apply to get on that website, they check your finances, they check your references, they check you out. Okay. There's also a site that Coach Greg Adams says that he not really recommended, but he talks about it a lot. Seeking arrangements. That's where all the fun begins. I've been on that site. It's just men and women getting together on a transactional date, establishing transactional relationships that are on that site. All right, that you wouldn't even think would be on that site, and they're still getting action. They're still getting their desired outcome. They're still getting what they want. And you out and I was a sucker for love for all these years, and I didn't realize, and you didn't realize, fellas, that the one thing that bitches want is money. That's all they ever want. Very few of them do. The good women that are out there, they're not available to you because they've already been married. Okay? And as a 50-year-old man, I don't date in the United States because they look at me as a dirty old man, as a 50-year-old man dating a 19-year-old woman. Now, would a 19-year-old woman go out and date me? Would go out with a guy like me, a 50-year-old man? Shit, fuck yeah. If the price is right. You gotta remember, fellas, even now in the 21st century, 25 years, almost 25 years into the 25th century, women of all races want money. They want something from money. They want either your time and energy or your money. That's why I can't hate on strippers anymore. I don't hate on strippers. I don't hate on prostitutes because all these women are prostitutes to a certain level. Okay? All of them are. Even the ones that are negative, even the 3s, 4s, and -1s, they all want money, or they want to use up all your time. Okay? And that's where your reputation comes in, fellas. You gotta value your time, you gotta value your reputation, and you just have to win at life. You just have to worry about winning at life. If you're not in trouble with the law, if you're not in the system, you're winning. If you have a little bit of job that even if it's a bullshit ass job, like I told you a couple of weeks ago, if you have a bullshit ass job, be the top 1% employee at your bullshit ass job, okay? Because that's your reputation. You ain't gotta stay there for 20 years. Them bitches ain't loyal to you. Fuck you loyal to a job. You just learn the skills on your job and be the best employee on your job. You ain't gotta be loyal to them motherfuckers. See, this is what I'm trying to tell you. And this is something that nobody told me 40 years ago when I was 10 years old in 1984. My father never sat me down and talked to me about the real world. About having a job, getting a job. What's gonna happen when you turn 18? Do you have a plan for yourself? Do you have a plan for your life? He just wanted me to enjoy my childhood, which is fine. But my childhood is gonna end. And you don't want to be your child, fellas, especially the young folks that's listening to this podcast right now, this video, this live stream. You're not gonna be young anymore. You're not gonna be a child anymore. Once you turn 18, that's it. You ain't no child. You should be preparing to be a grown man at that point when you turn 18. You ain't got to go to college, but you got to do something. You got to get out of your mama's house. If you're still living with your mama with no father, and I know a lot of your fellas out there, you ain't got no daddy in your life, whatever reason. That's life. Those are the cards that's dealt to you. I'm sorry to tell you that, but that's the fucking cards that's dealt you. Not everybody gets a good hand. And when somebody does have a good hand, they fuck it up. But if you got dealt a bad hand, you ain't got to play it. Play it out. You may win. If you learn how to win at life, because your fucking mother is a fucking idiot who never sat you down and taught you about this shit, told you about life after you turn 18. That's why you got these goddamn kids running around in a job, including myself. Shit, I struggled when I was 20. Okay? I struggled in my 20s. I struggled in my 30s. It wasn't until my 40s until it caught on. That shit, I gotta get shit together. Now that I'm in my 50s, I have my own business now. I'm making my own money. I'm growing. I'm gonna be coasting when I turn 60. I'm gonna coast. But I want you fellas to be there before you turn 50. Okay? These jobs are not loyal to you. Yes, it's a bullshit ass job. Your employees are a bunch of assholes. That's something that nobody really told me. Oh, your reputation. When I talk about your reputation, I just thought about this earlier today. Who you are as a child when you're going to school, if you're not taking school seriously, you're not going to take life seriously. Okay? If you're procrastinating, you're cutting class all the goddamn time, you're dropping out, smoking weed, drinking, hanging out with the fellas all the goddamn time, going to clubs all the goddamn time. That's just who you are. That's who you are when you're an adult. You're gonna procrastinate. You're not gonna pay your bills on time. Okay? You're not gonna be on point. And your idiotic mom is not gonna tell you this. She's gonna tell you this when you turn 18, and when you continue fucking up, they're gonna throw you out of your house. That ain't your goddamn house. That's her house. Get your own house. Get out the house. Get from under your mother's titties. It's not too late. If you're young, it's not too late to get it together. Change your rep, understand who you are. Sometimes you just got to sit alone with a notepad and find out who you are. What mistakes are you making? What are you doing wrong? Are you paying your bills on time? Do you have a job? Are you focused on your job? See, that's another thing. You have to stay focused on your job, on what you're doing. That Renaissance man doing 6, 7, 8 things at one time, you're spreading yourself out thin. You're a jack of all trades and a master of none. You got to master something. Start. Master your job, stack your chips, and continue learning. If you want to do something else, learn whatever it is that you want to do on your own time. Okay? You have to take it seriously. As a black man, your reputation should be that you're a serious brother, that you take your life, you take your career, you take your life and your career and your money serious. It is important for you to take your life, your career, and your money serious. Okay? You don't want to be that man that's living off of women. I have a relative that does that. Even in his 50s. My brother and sister laugh at him. I pity him. You don't want to be that guy to be pitied in your 50s by everybody else in your family. Yeah, hard times are coming. We're all going to go through hard times. I went through hard times. That doesn't make me different from everybody else. I had bullshit jobs and I got fired from them. Why? Because I didn't take it seriously. I thought it was a joke, but no, that's your reputation. Because you get fired from your job, what are you going to do? When you try to get another job, they're going to ask for your references. And you're going to, and if you're silly enough to give references from the job that you got fired from, what are they going to tell? You're going to be unemployed until you find a bullshit ass job that's willing to take a chance on you. Take your life, your career, and your money serious. Fuck these hoes. Them hoes ain't gonna help you anyway. Those hoes are not gonna make you a man. The hoes will come when you get your money together. Okay? Once you get your money together, you'll be able to do whatever the fuck you want. And I don't want you to be one of those brothers on a YouTube, watching YouTube videos complaining about the dating scene. Dating for a black man should be the last thing on your mind, especially a young black man. Finding a bitch, talking to a bitch, because these bitches they don't have anything to talk to you about. What the fuck you gonna talk to a bitch about? I was in relationships. I was in relationships with a black woman. Very few of them had anything productive to say. They're always complaining about some shit that happened in their lives. I'm not your goddamn therapist. Go hire a therapist. Go to therapy. Talk to your girlfriends. What would be the value of me having a bitch around 24 hours a day? Unless she's out there, unless she's helping me with my business, which very few women do. You know what would be good with a cigar is a cognac. And I don't have any cognac because I decided to stay dry for Saturday and talk to you sober. And that's another thing. At my age, I gotta stay sober. That's your reputation. Especially when the holiday season is coming, and there is that Christmas party, the holiday parties that you're gonna go to. That's where everybody else is going to examine your reputation as an employee. They want to find out who you are outside of the office. Don't let these holes in your business. Okay? Don't let your employees in your business, your personal life, your manager, even the owner. Don't let them in your personal business. You do all your drinking on your own time. You do all your smoking weed on your own time. Okay? And when it comes to the job, you stay sober. Even on your own time, try to stay sober. Last thing you want is your employer to catch you, to find out that you have a DUI on your record while coming home from a club. Okay? But listen, that's part of having a winning mindset. staying sober. Focusing on your career, focusing on your job at hand until you develop your career. And maintaining a good reputation. Take your life seriously. Serious. You only got one. The bitches that's in your life right now is causing chaos. Is probably causing chaos for you. And if you have a baby mama, oh hell yeah, she's gonna cause so much chaos for you. Let me tell you something about my trip down in Atlanta. When I was down in Atlanta with the fellas, I spent 4 days just drinking, eating, having so much goddamn fun. All right. They were talking about, so all three of my friends were older gentlemen. The other brother is my age or younger. The rest were, the two other brothers were older gentlemen. And they looked at me, and I was the only one never been married and never had any children. Damn envy. And they said, how did you avoid that shit? All I ever had problems with my ex-wife, children, and the children. Or the baby mama and the children. All they ever had was problems. And I've seen that. I just said, man, that's something that I did not. If I couldn't have it my way, I wasn't going to have it at all. The way I was raised in the house with a mother and father, and that's what and all my children under the same house, and I'm the leader in my house. I'm the man in my house. Let me just tell you, my father was the man of the house for all these years. For the years that I grew up, spending 12 hours a day at work on his job. Okay? Mother was a stay-at-home mom for a little while until we got old enough to go to school. And then my mother went back to school, went back to college, got her college degree and got a great job. All right? Until she retired. All right? My father lost his job because layoff, not just layoff, company closed. That's life. That's going to happen. She took up the slack. That's what a marriage is supposed to. Until he found another good job. Okay? My mother still respected my father as a man. You want to have a woman that's going to respect you as a man, whether you have a job or career, but you also have a plan and also that leader in the household. You should be designed to lead. Fuck all this high value shit. Fuck them Pookies and Ray Rays. Fuck them too. I'm talking to you, black man, that's out there working 9 to 5, 40, 50, maybe even 60 hours a week. All right? And if these bitches don't respect you because you are a working man, fuck them too. It's usually these black bitches that's on that bullshit. But like I said, if I don't believe in interracial marriage, but if you go ahead and get yourself a snow bunny, go for it, man. Be happy. As long as he's taking care of you, I don't give a fuck. Fuck what Dr. Umar has to say. He's out there, you know, trying to get with those strags out there that follow him. He's trying to sleep with all those strags that follow him. Okay? When you go out with a promise to do something for the community, that's their cue of trying to get pussy from the single mamas out there. Okay? That's why I don't take him seriously. Every time he does a live, I start cracking up because it's funny to me. Well, listen, let me go ahead and shut this down for a minute. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this cigar. I just want to holler at you fellas real quick. And hopefully next Saturday I'll be on the balcony, enjoying the sun, enjoying the cigar and some cognac. Now I got to get ready. I got to finish up some tax returns for a couple of clients. Get ready for tomorrow's game. The Saints and the Buccaneers. Spencer Rattler, quarterback, starting quarterback, 5th round draft pick. Let me see how he does. I don't know. That's all I got to say is I don't know. But I have a feeling he's going to ball out. But if I may be wrong, I don't know. But I like this kid. I might do a live afterwards, but y'all be cool out there. Y'all take care of yourselves. Take care of your money. Protect your reputation. This is Talking Crazy 88, and I am out of here. And black men, let's be careful out there, all right?